In a time much before ours lived a Polish farmer and his only son. One Sunday afternoon, they brought their donkey into town to gather supplies. On the way there, they encountered a villager. The villager was surprised that the boy was riding the donkey and not the father. He said to the boy, "It's shameful of you to make the old man walk with his tired legs when you're young and perfectly fit." Well, the boy felt shame, so he switched spots with his father. The old man hopped on the donkey, and the boy began to walk. Later on down the path, they encountered another villager. The villager said to the father, "I can't believe you make your little son walk when you, the father, the head of the family, takes the easy way out, riding the donkey." Well, the father then felt shame, switched spots with his son. A little ways down the road, they ran into someone who said, "I can't believe you're making the donkey carry either one of you. The donkey does enough work, and I know that when you get into town, he's going to have to haul all the supplies on his back to your home. The donkey shouldn't have to do that. Neither one of you should be on the donkey's back." Well, of course, the father and son both felt shame, so what they did is they carried the donkey. The way they did this is they tied a stick to each one of his legs. The father took the front, the son took the back, so they did one of these jobs. They're walking. They get to a bridge, walking across an old bridge. Below it, nothing but canyons. And the donkey got afraid at the way he was carried, not having his feet beneath him. He began to buck. He began to move around. Well, this caused such instability that the father and son and the donkey all went tumbling off the bridge. Never be heard from again, of course. You see, when you try and please other people, when you try and please the masses, it's detrimental to yourself. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. I handicap and produce every single Major League Baseball game every single day. Treat the videos like a menu. Take what you want and leave what you don't. I'm not going to get every single game right. Nobody does. The best in the world hit 60%. What I do is offer professional handicapping angles and edges to help you formulate your own opinions, make your own bets, or tail mine. I don't bet every single play. I bet roughly 3 to 5 plays per day. If you want to roll with me and bet what I'm betting, you can do that by becoming a Jungle member at silverbackjungle.com. There's also a link in the comments section to get there faster. If you want just my favorite bet of the day for Friday, you can get that as well for just $5. It's called my $5 favorite. There's a link for that in the comments section as well. It's in the game between the Marlins and the Rays. Before we get cracking, I'm going to talk to you a minute about handicapping MLB offenses. See, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. When I produce these videos, it might be a minute 10 per game, but it's a 24/7 thing for me, Jack. So I spend probably over an hour on each game every day. Now, what I've come to know, what I've come to realize, what I find works best. Now, everyone has their own system, but what I've found works best for handicapping MLB offenses is the following. Current form, being last 7 days. In other words, you know as well as I do that baseball's a streaky game. And the Dodgers, for example, when they're hot, they're hot. When they're not, they're not. So this is what works for me. This is how you're going to see me handicapping offenses from this point forward. And I think you're going to like it. Let me know in the comment section. Over the last 7 days, that's current form to me. We're looking at that. What I did, I believe the 3 most important things for looking at the current form of offenses: on base plus slugging, WRC plus, and xWOBA. I created a formula, my own personal formula, that puts all those on equal ground. It weights all 3 of those equally, along with the league average. So you'll see me say that over the last 7 days, this offense is operating X% above or below Major League Baseball average. That's how we're doing offenses moving forward. The Daily Sizzler for Friday: Kansas City Royals on the money line on the road over the St. Louis Cardinals. Michael Wacha versus Dustin May. And the Cardinals and Royals are teams I think I'm seeing very well. In fact, my $5 favorite play of the day 2 days ago on Wednesday was the A's over the Cardinals we hit. And on Thursday it was the Cardinals over the A's. So I'm seeing these teams, seeing the Cardinals very well. It's Michael Wacha versus Dustin May. Wacha is by far the much better option. A 2.63 ERA and a sub-1 whip, 0.99. After 2 terrible starts to start the season, Dusty May has strained his shit out just a little bit. He still sits, however, with a 4.85 ERA and an unhealthy 1.43 whip. The Cardinals hold the bullpen edge to 13th in the jungle. For Friday's games, Kansas City 17th, and I cap my bullpens daily as well. I use current form, meaning last 7 days, bullpen ERA, and bullpen whip. I use season-long success. I use bullpen fatigue. I use availability or lack thereof of high-leverage arms. So Cardinals 13th in the Jungle bullpen rankings for Friday. This is all about Friday's games. Kansas City 17th. Kansas City's offense operating 9% above league average over the last 7 days. Cardinals operating 8% below league average. Again, I'm sorry I'm redundant. I want to make sure you guys understand it. What I'm looking at is on base plus slugging, WRC plus, and xwOBA. All three weighted equally. What's the league average? Where are they the last 7 days? There is not a huge gap between bullpens here, but there is in starting pitching. And I like the Kansas City offense being in much better form than St. Louis. Now, I like Kansas City on the money line. Friday's Daily Sizzler. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh, Aaron Nola versus Braxton Ashcraft. Braxton Ashcraft, great name for a wizard or warlock. Bad name for a pitcher. Now, just when you think that Aaron Nola might have started to get his shit together a little bit with a 6-inning, 0-earned-run outing against the Marlins, he's back to his old tricks again, getting knocked out in the 5th inning by the Rockies in his last appearance. On the season, Mr. Nola has a 5.14 ERA and a 1.48 whip. Ashcraft is the much better option here, coming off 2 starts in which he went at least 7 innings. He has a 2.77 ERA and a 1.05 whip. The Phillies hold the bullpen edge. I have them 4th. I have Pittsburgh 24th. Pittsburgh holds the offensive edge. Their offensive edge operating 7% higher than Major League average over the last 7 days. Philadelphia operating 2% below average. Pittsburgh was home yesterday. Philadelphia comes in from Boston behind a better starting pitcher, a hotter offense, and having been at home, I like the Pirates on the money line. Toronto at Detroit, Trey Savage versus Ty Madden. Now, this is Madden's first start of the season. He's come out of the bullpen twice, and he's had good numbers, 11 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 12 strikeouts, 1 walk. Savage has started 3 games. Through those 3 games, 13 in the 3rd innings, he's only given up 1 run. But his 1.35 whip doesn't match his 0.68 ERA, Jack. He's given up a lot of base runners. He's been able to get himself out of trouble, but he has been a little bit lucky. I'll give the edge to him, though, slightly. Toronto holds the bullpen edge. They're ranked 9th in Jungle bullpen rankings for Friday's games. Detroit is 26th. Toronto's offense operating 6% below average over the last 7 days. Detroit's offense also operating 6% below league average. The Tigers coming in from New York. Blue Jays were off on Thursday with 2 cold offenses. I like Toronto on the money line behind the starting pitching and the bullpen edge. Baltimore at Washington. Shane Baz versus Zach Littell. If you live in the Washington, D.C. area and you're going to this game, sitting in the outfield, make sure to bring a glove because you're going to need it. Baz has allowed 11 runs in his last 10 1/3 innings. He can't seem to get himself under control with a season-long 5.48 ERA and a 1.56 whip. On the other side, Zach Littell gives up more home runs than any pitcher in baseball. He has an ERA that's too close to 7 and a whip of 1.60. I have to give the starting pitching edge to Baz on account of how bad Littell is. Big bullpen edge goes to Baltimore. They're currently 3rd in Jungle rankings for Friday's games. Washington dead last at 30th. Baltimore's offense operating 19% below average. The Nationals' offense operating 29% above average. Washington comes in from Cincinnati. Baltimore is off Thursday. Put it all in a blender. 2 terrible starting pitchers, 1 very hot offense, 1 good bullpen. On the other side, let's go first 5 innings over the total. Pardon me. Subway Series, Yankees at the Mets, 2 great starting pitching options. Cam Schlittler on the roof holds the edge. He has been almost unarguably the best starting pitcher in baseball this season. He's factored into 6 decisions. He's won 5 of them. He has a 1.35 ERA, which is second best amongst qualified starters. Also second best whip amongst qualified starters, 0.81. Clay Holmes also been fantastic, a 1.86 ERA and a 1.01 whip. He would hold the edge over any starting pitcher in the Yankees rotation except for Mr. Cam Schlittler. Schlittler, party of 4. Your table's ready. Schlittler, party of 4. The bullpen edge goes to the Yankees. They're 10th in the Jungle. Mets are 18th. The Yankees offense operating 13% below Major League average over the last 7 days. The Mets operating 25% below average. The Yankees were off on Thursday. The Mets played at home and took care of business against the Tigers. I gave you the Mets in that game. I like the Yankees on the money line behind a better offense, better bullpen, and perhaps the best starting pitcher at the moment in baseball. Milwaukee at Minnesota. No starting pitcher yet for the Brewers. Whomever it is will not be nearly as handsome as Joe Ryan, though. Joe Ryan going for the Twins. He's struggled a little bit in terms of runs allowed. A 3.43 ERA is a little bit atypical for him. But he's done a very good job of limiting base runners, just a 1.03 whip. Milwaukee holds the bullpen edge. I have them ranked 6th. I have Minnesota 25th. Milwaukee's offense operating 14% below average. Over the last 7 days, Minnesota holds the offensive edge, operating 4% above average. Milwaukee flies into Minnesota from home. Minnesota was home on Thursday. They took care of business against the Marlins without knowing who the Brewers are going to start. I like the Twins on the money line as a home underdog behind Joe Ryan and the offense that's in better form. Boston at Atlanta, Conley early versus Spencer Strider. 2 starts ago, Early got roughed up badly by the Houston Astros. He rebounded nicely, though. That was the best start of the season. His last one, 7 innings of no-run baseball and 8 strikeouts against the Tampa Bay Rays, whose team doesn't strike out very much at all. Season long, he's got a very good 3.16 ERA and a decent 1.22 whip. Strider, coming off of a very good outing, looked like he was back in his old form. 6 innings of shutout, 1 hit ball, and 8 strikeouts against the Dodgers. It's tough to know what version of Spencer Strider to expect, but I'm going to give him the edge here because of the ceiling. The bullpen edge goes to the Braves, who are 2nd right now in Jungle bullpen rankings. Red Sox are 7th. And again, when I rank bullpens, I don't care about tomorrow. I don't care about yesterday. All that matters is going into this game, what shape is the bullpen, and that's how I rank them. That's why they change daily. Boston's offense operating 19% below league average over the last 7 days. The Braves hold the offensive edge. They're operating 8% higher than league average over that time span. The Braves have been at home. The Red Sox fly into Atlanta from Boston with the better bullpen, with the much better offense, and the ceiling capability of Spencer Strider. I like the Braves on the alternate line of -1. Cubs at the White Sox, Eddie Cabrera versus Sean Berkey, informally. Cabrera has not been in good form, Jack. In his last 5 starts, he's allowed 3 runs and 4 of them in 5 in his most recent. Berkey, informally, is coming off of a 6 earned run outing against the Mariners. Before that, he went 2 consecutive starts, shutting out his opponents across a span of 13 and a third innings. I think that Berkey, informally, holds the edge. The Cubs hold the bullpen edge. I have them 15th. I have the White Sox 27th. Over the last 7 days, the Cubs' offense operating 24% below league average in my jungle formula. The White Sox offense operating 25% higher than average. Big current form offensive edge to the Sox. With probably the better starting pitcher and offense that's in much better current form. Forget about on paper. I like the White Sox as home as an underdog for massive plus money on that there money line. Texas at Houston, Jack Leiter. Hey, that's Al's kid. Versus Spencer Arrighetti and Meatballs. Arrighetti holds the edge, Jack. He's been the best healthy option right now for this Astros rotation. He's factored into 5 decisions, then he's won 4 of them. He has a 1.88 ERA and a 1.33 whip. He has struggled with control, though. 8 walks across his last 10 and a third innings. Al's kid coming off of the best outing of the season, but he struggled with walks also. He walked 5 Cubs last game. Why do these major league pitchers walk so many batters? It drives me crazy. He holds a 4.85 ERA, Al's kid, and a 1.43 whip. Both bullpens in similar form. I have the Astros 22nd. I have the Rangers 23rd. The Texas offense operating 7% below average. The Astros offense operating 11% below average. I trust Spencer Arrighetti more than I do Jack Leiter. Both offenses in pretty similar form. Houston's bullpen in better form at the moment, and they're the home team. Give me the Astros on the money line. Arizona at Colorado. Merrill Kelly versus Kyle Freeland. Kelly's coming off his best outing of the year, 7 innings and just 1 earned run allowed to the Metropolitans. Besides that, though, you'd be hard-pressed pressed to find any starting pitcher on planet Earth with worse numbers than Merrill Kelly, a 7.62 ERA for Christ's sake and a 1.92 whip. In his current form, however, Kyle Freeland has been worse, believe it or not. Freeland has allowed 5 home runs and 12 earned runs over his last 9 1/3 innings. There's no edge to be had here for these guys. The bullpen edge goes to the Diamondbacks. I have them 8th. I have Colorado 20th. The Diamondbacks offense operating 20% less than average over the last 7 days. The Rockies offense operating 15% less than average. Although neither offense is in great current form, the big advantage that stands out to me with any comparison between these two teams in any way is the edge the Diamondbacks have in the bullpen. Give me Arizona money line. Cincinnati at Cleveland, Andrew Abbott versus Tanner Bybee. After a terrible start to the season, Abbott has posted 2 shutout innings spanning 11 2/3. Has posted 2 shutout outings, posted 11 2/3 innings. Let me try that again. Terrible start to the season. Andrew Abbott has posted 2 shutout outings, spanning 11 2/3 innings. Bybee has slightly better numbers than Abbott. In his last 3 starts, he has 2 very good ones, sandwiched between 1 terrible start against the Royals. I give the slight starting pitching edge to Tanner Bybee. The Guardians hold a big bullpen edge, though. I have Cleveland 5th. I have Cincinnati 29th. The Reds offense operating 4% in a blender below league average. The Guardians offense operating right at league average over the last 7 days, not showing off, not falling behind. With the better starting pitcher, the slight offensive advantage, the huge bullpen edge, and the home field, I like Cleveland on the money line. Dodgers at the Angels, Justin Wrobleski versus Jack Kananowicz, a battle of the poles. Wrobleski coming off of an 8 2/3 innings loss to the Braves in which he gave up 7 earned runs all when all was said and done. Still, though, up to that point was cruising. He has great numbers on the season, a 2.42 ERA and a sub-1 whip. He holds the edge over Kahanowicz, who himself, coming off of a 6-run stinker, if you will, allowed to the Blue Jays, but only across 4 innings. He gave up 9 hits, though, in those 4 innings. In the season numbers, Kahanowicz numbers nowhere near as good as Wrobleski's. The bullpen edge goes to the Dodgers 2. I have them 12th. I have the Angels 28th. The Dodgers offense operating 12% below league average over the last 7 days. The Angels operating 11% below league average. Neither offense in great current form, but the starting pitching edge and bullpen edge that the Dodgers possess is too much for me to get to the Angels. I'll take the Dodgers minus the 1.5 on the road. San Diego at Seattle, Randy Vasquez versus Emerson Hancock. Now, Vasquez has been better than expected for the Padres. 3.05 ERA, 1.17 whip. He's factored into 5 decisions, and he's won 4 of them. But although Hancock is coming off of a rough outing against the White Sox, in which he gave up 5 earned runs across 6 innings, I do think he holds the edge in this game. He's done a great job of limiting base runners with a 1.01 whip. Big bullpen edge goes to the Padres, though I have San Diego's ranked number 1 in the jungle. I have Seattle 21st. The Padres offense in the worst form of any in baseball over the last 7 days. They're operating 35% less than the major league average. Seattle's offense operating 17% higher than average. The Mariners hold a starting pitching edge and the bullpen advantage that the Seattle holds the starting pitching edge. And the bullpen advantage that the Padres possess isn't nearly enough to make up for the offensive mismatch. Give me Seattle at home on the money line. The last game we're looking at, Sacramento hosting San Francisco. It's Tyler Mahle going for the Giants, Aaron Savali for the A's. Now, Mahle goes up and down more than any other starting pitcher. His last 5 starts go as follows in terms of earned runs: 8, 0, 5, 0, 4. I think Savali is the better option. We'd like to see that whip come down a little bit. It's at 1.39, but a very good 2.59 ERA. He's factored into 5 decisions, and he's won 4 of them. The A's hold a small bullpen edge. I have them 16th. I have the Giants 19th. Giants offense operating 7% higher than league average. The A's offense operating 8% higher than league average over the last 7 days. I think Sacramento holds every advantage in this game. I like the A's on the money line. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Thank you for all of your support. Make sure you're subbed up to the channel because I drop content every single day. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you get alerted every time the content drops. Hit the thumbs up button if you don't mind, and I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.